we ended up going to San Diego to interview Dominick Cruz,
who is a two-time Bantamweight champion of the UFC.
I was really excited to just hear his story because we were in the training gym where he was warming up. You see this hard exterior and you think, how is this gonna turn out? This was a room full of like UFC fighters.
It was like, oh my gosh, and all these people were, fighting each other and throwing each other on the mats. Their warm-up is like insane.
Yeah,
it's like 90 minutes of them just like,
yeah.
It's like a workout in itself, and then they go and beat each other up for another hour.
I had a weird thing happen to me when I was really young that put me in a weird state of mind, which made me an adult much faster than I needed to be. I was 5 years old. My mom and my dad were having a divorce. So I remember he takes me to the room, takes me to the back, and he sits me there. I'm 5 years old. It's weird because I remember this at 5, just this one thing. You're the man of the house now, I gotta go. Take care of your mom, take care of your brother. He leaves, and now I remember legitimately feeling like I was the man of the house right then and there. So from 5 years old until then, I had to get these jobs. I had to work, I had to make money. I had to make success of myself to make money for my mom, my brother, and my family. Some people say, that's so sad that your father did that to you and gave you that. No 5-year-old should have that kind of responsibility, and I agree. But it created something different in me that drove me too, so I should be thanking my dad as much of a jerk as he may have been in that particular instance. You can also thank him, right?
You could just tell us how you got to where you are today.
I wanted to go to a 4-year college. I was going to high school to get a scholarship in wrestling. That was my goal. I rolled my ankle real bad my senior year, so I hurt myself. I don't do as well at state. Depression hits me because I know I probably won't get the scholarship I needed, and I didn't have the academics to get it covered. And so since I couldn't wrestle, I had to start working. And then I started going to community college, which was Pima Community College at this time. I was 19. I was a part-time wrestling coach at a school called Ironwood Ridge High School, and I'd wrestle with the kids. And then I had my fight training after that. So I just had like 5 part-time jobs so that I could be more free with my schedule to compete and also to train. I got a call from somebody to take a fight out here in California on short notice. Took the fight, and then that's when my real fighting career started, and I decided to stop going to school.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, was there anyone telling you like you should go to school?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everybody. Mostly my friends though, because they're all in school. And what you gotta realize is when you talk and you pick other people's brains, people can't help but to be biased to how you make them feel with your decisions. Society all told me, go to school, white picket fence, get the house, get the girl, have kids, have a dog. It's so simple. It wasn't that simple for me. I wanted something different. I didn't want to be like everybody else. To me, I can always go back to school when I want now. I can't do it the other way around. I can't go to school, fail at school, and try to fight later. And that's how I see it. I've used my longevity and my youth to create a career in fighting and followed my heart, so here I am.
Was there anything else that you wanted to pursue, or like was it just wrestling in general?
So when my first focus was wrestling and I transferred to fighting, at that point when I decided, all right, school or this, I'm the type of person that I know that because I was 21, because it was a fast-growing sport, if I didn't put every single ounce of my soul into it, I wasn't gonna succeed. So at that immediate time, that's what really made me pass people. I didn't dabble in a bunch of different things. I put like a magnifying glass. If you take a magnifying glass and you point it on something with the sun long enough, what happens? It lights on fire. If you move it every 5 seconds to try to do something else, what happens? Basically nothing happens. You just have nothing. It's just a moving magnifying glass for no reason. So I just focused on one thing and started a fire. And that was it. The second I started to get off focus, I realized this fire's never gonna start if I don't stay focused and sacrifice wanting to go here, wanting to go there, wanting to go here, wanting to go there. I had to just stay and not listen to anybody except my own heart, my own mind, to create my own fire.
Okay, that was amazing because I'm like that exactly what you're saying, moving around. I have so many different interests and I don't know what to focus on because I'm just not sure what I'm passionate about yet. Like, I'm a huge overthinker.
Yeah, me too.
So did it take you a long time to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna focus on this?
It didn't take me long for a couple reasons. I was already in the point where I was trying to find my happiness, because what I realized is I was going to school and going to work. I was living all week just to get to my weekend, just to release the week. So I wasn't even enjoying what I was doing. When I would go to the gym, there was no release that needed to happen. I didn't need to party. I was just there. So it was actually I listened to my body, I listened to my heart, and I listened to my mind for it to choose for me. I mean, from 21 until I was 26, I had my first world title at 26. I moved out here when I was 21. So it took me 4 years of pure, complete focus to get my first world title. Now let's break this down for a second. How long does it take to get a degree?
4 years.
So anything you do, what I realized is I can become the highest level of professional at anything on earth if I focus like a magnifying glass to create a fire on anything for 3 to 4 years. It doesn't matter what it is. You can earn a degree in any facet, but the problem is everybody dabbles in 10 different things, so they never focus on one facet, so they never really complete what they want. They're too indecisive. Decisiveness is key to success.
So what would you tell someone who doesn't want to go to school just because it's not for them? Like, what would you tell them, like, at that point, like, where they don't know what to do anymore?
The hardest thing about your question is nobody can figure out anything for anybody except themselves. Nobody. What I say is, find something you're passionate about, something that you enjoy doing, that you're not miserable doing, 1. 2, find out how that particular facet can become something bigger than yourself, so that you're not just doing it to become famous or successful for you, but how you can become bigger, successful for yourself, so that when people see what you've done, that can outreach to somebody in a better, greater, nicer purpose. Now that you find those things, now you got to deal with all the people telling you you can't do it. That's the next step, because that will happen for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. I mean, I've won 6 world titles and people are telling me now I can't come back and win another one. Who cares what people say? Who cares what people think? You have to have your own route. You have to have your own mind. You have to have your own heart, because none of these people are going to do anything for you. None of these people want you to do better than them. Just good, but not better than them. So you just got to really reflect on that. You know, one of the biggest mistakes people make, I feel, is they're always trying to replace happiness with something. Happiness is a choice. Nobody believes that. Like, oh, but if I'm sad, you're choosing to be sad. You can choose to be happy. It's a choice. Be somebody that makes you happy. Don't be with somebody that makes you happy. Whatever it is, everybody's got that thing. If I get that, I'll be happy. It won't make you happy. I've had everything, I've lost everything, and had to earn it all back. And the way I earned it all back was realizing that all the things I had was actually nothing. The only way to having anything is to choose to be happy and not replace the happiness with something. You have to find it in yourself.
After the interview, he was saying, like, so what do you guys want to do? Do you want to do, I think he said a chokehold, or like, do you want to throw someone?
Get thrown? Yeah. Yeah, I'll get thrown.
So, yeah, I got to flip a world champion. I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life that I flipped Dominick Cruz over my back.